December 25th, start of day. We're in the reserve phase. Move units from this box to the reserve units. So we've got the British 51st. We finally have several more German units. Okay. Now, deployed delayed by 2 days, German reserves, 7.3. I looked elsewhere and could not find a clarification on this. But it was 2 days ago we brought the OKW into the reserve units box. If we read this quite literally, it says during the reserve phase, any units in the German reserve units box with a printed date 2 days earlier than the current date may be deployed to the map without a card play. So the OKW does not have a printed date. They have their other special rules. Deploying. So they've been placed in the reserve box, but deploying them does not cover the delayed part. I could make a judgment call and say that should apply. I sort of think it would. So they first went into the reserve box on the 23rd. Therefore, I could argue that the 25th is a 2-day delay. I'm going to go ahead and not do that. So I'm going to leave them in my box. All right. German card prep. So there's no new cards to introduce to play. That's the old supplemental cards. I've already shuffled them, and we draw 8 of those today to put into the draw pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yesterday's discards go there, and I've already shuffled my primary. Now I'm going to do my simple merge, and then I'll do a shuffle. So top, bottom, top, bottom. Shuffle, however you want to. Move them around. We'll cut the deck. And I'll do one more little shuffle here. All right. Then we draw our initial 6. 7th Panther, or 7th Army, 7th Army, 7th Army. I don't want all those. 2SS, LXVII, and OKW. That's good. That means I'll either be able to deploy those or activate these and move them off the map. All right, so on the Allied side, there's no reinforcement cards to add for this date. Today's the 25th now. So I've already shuffled these, divided them just for show here. So these are ready to use. On the action cards, there's one here to remove on the 25th. So we will toss him aside. Again, I've already shuffled all these. They're ready to go. All right. Next, Allied Air Interdiction. Can we not get air power once? Good, we did not. So there's no Allied Air Interdiction to start off December 25th. I may play a bridge. I do have a bridge engineer's card. Would I care to play one for any reason? I can't down here because of zone of control. No, I don't think we're playing a bridge engineer. Supply status of all German pieces. Again, those are all fine. These are all fine. They all have this path off the map. As do these. As do those. As do those. As do those. Yes, unobstructed pathways. This guy, yes, he goes one, he's on a road. This is a valid road because I have a friendly here. Okay, off the map it goes. Same with him, here to here, off the map he goes. These are now actually going to be using this bridge, okay? So all of these are able to trace this pathway off. He's good, he's good, he's good. These will all be good. I don't think he did any moving. Just to double check, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's off and running. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, everyone here, he's got no zone of control. All Germans are in supply. Allied supply. So once again, these are back into low supply. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Clearly those are all in supply. He's in supply. Those would all be in supply. Everyone around here, including him. If you're on the edge of a map, you're in supply. Yes, yes, in supplies, in supplies. 1, 2, 3, yes. This one, yes. Everyone is in supply except those. Okay. Uh-oh, out of fuel. Oh, good. We have no out of fuel formations to start the day. All right, so the first impulse will be the German. Again, victory point rules is exiting the map on a road west of the Meuse. You need to be in supply. It costs 1 more point to leave, so this would be 1 point and he'd be off the map. You can't finish your turn here. You have to be able to move off. The victory points are for each infantry strength point, it's worth 1. Each mechanized strength point is worth 2. In other words, this is mechanized. That would be worth 2 points. This mechanized unit would be worth 4 victory points because there's 2 steps on it. Okay. So it's in my interest to start running those off the map. Yesterday was the 24th. I needed more than 60 points for a strategic win, which is the best win possible. The 25th, I can achieve an operational win if I have over 55 to end the day. We're currently sitting at 48 8. So, once they've exited the map, I can't lose those points. So right away, if I activate these guys, that would be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 victory points by running those off the map. 12 more if I ran that piece off, or no, 12 total, which would give me 40, would give me 60. So it would give me a few extra points. Aside from that, I would not want to be losing any victory point squares and such. So my first impulse of the day is going to be activating these, the OKW. I'm not going to deploy those. I'm going to activate what's on the map. I'm going to move them off. 1, he's gone. This has movement of 5. 1, 2, he's off the map. So that's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now that's 8. No, I'm sorry. That's 4 strength points of mechanized, which is 8 victory points. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts me at 56. I want to go ahead and move another one off. It's 1 to break contact, 2, 3, and he's off. 1, so that's worth 8 more. 1, 2, no, 4 more. Jeez. 2 victory points per dot. So that's worth 4 more victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now at 60. So we have enough to achieve an operational win, which is the best possible outcome at this point in the game. I'll go ahead and leave 1 piece here for, there's really no need to. Let me get him off of here too. So what if they attack me and knock off some pieces? So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's also off the board. That gives me 4 more victory points. Okay. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, at 64 total. So it's a good chance December 25th is the last day of the game. All right, I'll put these exited pieces in the exited units box. All right. And that's that. Draw a replacement card. Another one on the 7th down there. All right, to the Allies' turn. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's too late for them to do anything about it. 21st Army Group says that's all Allied pieces. No special event. Deploy all reserves. So we will deploy their last remaining pieces right there. Oh, 26th. I'm going to put the pieces for the 26th on the calendar in case there's an expedite. So there's a bundle of pieces for the Allies, and the German player has no more pieces whatsoever. All right, so we're going to deploy all of these. The order will be 4, 11, 13, 9, 10, 11. When there's a tie in the number, you're supposed to use the lowest numbered core. So 12 is less than 30. Okay, so that's the sequence of which these will be deployed. All right, method, we'll attempt to do it with method A first, with each piece. XII deployment zone is the bottom zone of the map. We first need to look for a position proximate to a German piece. And not next to an Allied piece. So there are no the 12th Corps will not deploy using method A. Let's check the British. So their deployment area is west of the Meuse River. Again, we need a hex proximate to an Allied piece, of which there are none. That's the closest position, but we're not proximate. There's no sense checking out of contact units because they would only deploy using method A. So now we go and use method B. Second Cav does not have an existing division piece on the map. So we want to look for within 3 hexes of the same core is going to come into play, and then all these empty position, core area, can trace supply within 3 hexes of a unit of the same core, within 4 hexes of a German unit. And eventually it's going to become the highest hold value. It's probably going to end up being this number 4 hex down here, because I see a 3 over here. There's a 6, but we're too far away from any German units. So this hex here should meet our criteria. Empty position, core area, within 3 hexes of unit in the same army, within 4 hexes of a German. Highest hold value. So yes, that meets the criteria. All right. Where's my focus? Not quite sharp. Next piece is going to be over to the British zone. 51st Division is not yet on the map. Okay. So those same rules. Let's look for something within 4 hexes. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we're going to be dealing with these. All right. Because that's too far away from any German pieces. This is the highest hold value. So we're going to go ahead and put the entire stack of the 51st in that hex, because the remaining units would look for a hex with the same division. Okay. So now we've got 2 pieces of the 5th. They're probably, So we already have the 5th division on the map. So we'll add them to this hex. Okay. So, and that's everything on that card then. All Allied reserves have been deployed. Okay, German Impulse. It will be my interest to end this day as quickly as possible. So I want to play as many cards as I can. So that may mean I would be doing an attack and throwing as many support cards at it as I can. Or I could reinforce any victory point hexes that could be in jeopardy. Let's just take a look at that. You know, Vilsalm, it's safe because, you know, they're not proximate. They would have to, you know, fight their way by knocking some other pieces backwards first. I'm no longer concerned about having a supply line to the end of the map, because at the end of the day we count the victory points and I would have enough. So let's just do what seems reasonable. And two SS. I could do that with an assault coordination. And an air power. Sure, let's do that. I'm going to activate this core. Ooh. Yeah. We're going to activate this core. Okay. I know I moved him away last time, but now I'm going to move him back. 1, 2, 3. I can play 2 command level value tactics. Let's hit this guy right here. All right. I've got a 3 PG right there. We're going to use an assault coordination and we're going to use air power. You know, that'll be what that is. You know what? And this guy here that I thought I was going to move, I'm not. We're going to use him down yonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to use strategic movement on him. He can go up to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still going to play this like it's a reasonable, you know, play it like I know I'm not going to win at the end of the day. So here we're going to have an attack. Yeah, I can only play 2 cards. They do get to draw a card. All right. He is part of the first army. Now, this might be a rule we have not yet covered. There's 2 pieces in here with a strength of 4. On the deploy, give me a moment to find this. This is in defense. So we need under German attack, I believe. All right, I found what I'm looking for. It's the undetected Allied defenders. So, if the formation on the card matches, so of course it's the entire U.S. first. In any case, if the defending units are in communication, not in danger of surround, and possess fewer than 4 steps, check for an undetected defender. There's 4 steps, so therefore they're not going to add an undetected defender. So they will in fact use, oh good Lord, artillery and air power. Okay? So we as the attackers will also have air power involved. Defenders will have artillery and air power. The minimum chit draw for that attack is 4. There's 4 steps. Oops. There's nothing to reshuffle back in the bin. I had a blue chit. All right. So Allied air power. That one applies. Let's check the combat odds. It's 3, 8, 12, 17, 22 to 6. It's only 3 to 1. It's not a flank attack. Defender has artillery. What the heck? Let's press on. We have 3, 4, 5. Elite makes 6. 2 cards make 8. So I'm going to draw 4 more chits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good Lord. Allied air power again. It's 3 to 1. Defender artillery. Only attacker has armor. Hoo-ha. So those offset. I have to take 3 attacker hits. Boy, that stinks. I'm going to do that as simple as I'm going to take 1 hit to that unit, and I'm going to disperse the stack, both stacks. I don't want to lose 2 more steps. Dispersed and dispersed. All right, well, all that achieved was getting rid of 3 cards in total. Oh, and no, I'm not attacking there. This guy's eligible to build an IP. We will do that. And that one's in a town. All right. Draw 3 cards. Jeez, another 7th Army. 6th. 5th. All right. Allied. U.S. 3rd, 12th Corps. Bottom of the map. Nobody's going to be subject to the deployment out of contact stuff. They are down at least 3 replacement point, at least 2, so they can do 3. And they're going to go to, I think it's the lowest numbered pieces. So let's double check that. I think it's rule 17. Yeah, replacing lost steps. descending numerical order, beginning with the highest number. Oh, descending. Descending. Okay. Highest numbered reduced unit. Okay. So we've got a 33. That'll be 1 point. 33. 32. And these have to be in supply, which he would be. And the third one would be number 31 here. Okay. All right. So that would be that card. Back to the German impulse. Let's just go ahead and protect Bastogne. LII. So if I played this card, activate this core. I'm going to run this unit to Bastogne. Okay. I'll leave him alone. And this one we're just going to simply dig in, build an improved position. Okay. All right, so that's that card. Draw another. The 5th Panzer. Back to Allied. US 3rd. 3 core. I don't know what the I's are. 111. Whatever. US 3rd Army. There's no reserves. There are expedite. Let's make sure on this one we can't do the out of contact. I think that may be valid. So those are in contact, in contact, in contact, in contact. This would be out of contact. Those would be out of contact. So can we redeploy them in from here down using deployment method A? So it needs to be an empty position. The core area, it's going to want it to be within 3 of the same division. So this is the first piece we're checking. I do have a unit proximate to here. This piece could get there by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not proximate to that. So here, this armored would deploy there. It's not in risk of surround. Core area, can trace supply, German units proximate, no danger of surround, within 3 hexes of unit of the same division. Okay. Next would be if these have a valid position hex, only if I'm proximate here. I'm not. Once we start getting up in here, I'm not proximate anyway. I'm not proximate. Those would be in danger of surround. So that would be it. they'll stay put. Okay, back to the German turn. Let's do another attack to use up some cards. Today's the 25th. Fixed artillery is still 6. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot reach him. In any case, we're going to activate this core. Those can't move. Since they're dispersed, the dispersed markers will come off of that core at the end of this activation. These can attack. I'm going to advance him. 1, 2, 3. Those are going to attack that hex. I'm going to use an assault coordination there with a fixed artillery. And we're going to use artillery up here. So those are going to be the up to three combat cards I can use to support my attacks. In addition, 1, 2, I'm moving this guy up here to support that attack. And this guy. 1 to break contact, 2 for the hex. Up the road is his 3rd movement point. All right. That one's staying put. All right. Excuse me. Let's start with that one. So that will be with artillery. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elite makes 6. Within 2 steps makes 7. Artillery makes 8. So it's up to 8 chits. They get to draw a card. Different formation, but they do get air power as a combat tactic. Okay. It's a 2 chit minimum. 1, 2. They're in the woods. Figures. And the odds are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. It's 5 to 1 on the odds. This one counts. That one counts. And I said it was 8 chits max. So I want to draw 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I'm just going to shove those offset. It is a large attack, but there's allied air power. It was 5 to 1, so that one counts. That one counts. Attacker is not green. Attacker is elite. Defender does not have artillery. Attacker does have artillery. And it's greater than 2 to 1 odds. So we have to take 1 attacker hit. There's 5 defender hits. He cannot survive that. So the defender unit is eliminated. That's the first of 2, so that's not worth a point. I have to take 1 hit. give it to the 12. Well, let's see. Give it to that unit. That way everyone still has a zone of control. And for advancing, bring him forward. Like it matters at this point. All right. Just that one. There. Bring that one forward only. And then this attack here. No combat card is drawn because he is low supply. And I've got assault coordination and fixed artillery. So everybody around here will contribute. He's got 2 is the minimum draw. Let's get rid of these other chits. Two is the min. Okay, we picked a blue, so the rest, those discards go back in the bucket. Okay. Let's see. We're in broken. And let's see. Combat odds. They have 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to 3. So we have 5 to 1 odds. So that one will apply. So their improved position will take a hit. They can flip for another hit. We'll press on. Max draw is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elite makes 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and draw 6 more, so I have the max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Again, it was 5 to 1 odds. So that one's a no. No. Defender is elite. I see that peeking in there. That figures. Defender adjacent. Let me check that in case he, there we go. Adjacent to a supplied, non-dispersed. He is not supplied. So defender adjacent is a no. He is unsupplied, so that one counts. He's not in a city. He was in broken. It's 5 to 1. And only the attacker has armor. Okay. So these two offset each other. A minus 1, A1, D1, D minus 1. Let's just shove them aside. We're going to have 2 attacker hits. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defender hits. IP takes 1, And no matter what, no unit can survive 4 hits. So that unit is eliminated. It's been a long time coming. It's the second of 2, so that's another victory point. I have to take 2 attacker hits, or I could do 1 and disperse. I'm just going to do 1 and disperse. No, I'll take 2. That's 1. And that's 2. Okay. And then I'm entitled to advance. I'm just going to bring in this armored. And also that other piece. That is fine. Okay. Get rid of my cards. Draw 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. 6th Army, 6th Army, OKW, 2/5 Panzer. Nothing with a fuel issue for today. Okay. Back to the Allies.